Hello Zenith, women, and welcome to the channel. The world is changed not by those who seek the spotlight, but by those who quietly bend its edges to their will. In a world obsessed with alphas barking orders and betas playing their roles, there exists a rare breed, the sigmas, operating in the shadows, rewriting the rules without asking for permission. Did you know that 90% of revolutionary ideas often come from unconventional thinkers who refuse to conform? That's where sigmas come in. They're the architects of change, the silent disruptors who challenge norms without ever raising their voices. Imagine this. While the alphas are busy peacocking in the boardroom, the sigma has already redesigned the entire company structure over their morning coffee. And they'll still casually sip it as the world catches up. Mysterious, strategic, and fiercely independent, sigmas don't just change the game. They create entirely new ones, often while everyone else is still arguing over the rules. But what makes these lone wolves destined to reshape the future? Let's unravel the secrets of their quiet, unstoppable power. Number 1. Agents of evolution, not revolution. Sigmas are agents of evolution, not revolution. Unlike those who seek dramatic overnight upheavals, sigmas understand that real, lasting change happens incrementally. They know that revolutions, though bold and attention-grabbing, often burn out as quickly as they begin, leaving chaos in their wake. Evolution, on the other hand, is deliberate, strategic, and enduring. Sigmas excel at quietly embedding change into systems, making it so natural that it feels inevitable by the time anyone notices. This isn't about avoiding risk. It's about calculating it. Sigmas possess a remarkable ability to identify the smallest, most impactful changes that can trigger a cascade of transformation. They don't shout their intentions from the rooftops or rally crowds to their cause. Instead, they work behind the scenes, meticulously crafting solutions that outlast fads, trends, and resistance. Their power lies in their patience. They know that small shifts today can lead to monumental shifts tomorrow. What makes this approach extraordinary is its subtlety. Sigmas are rarely credited for their influence because they don't crave recognition. By the time a change takes hold, it feels as though it has always been that way. This ability to stay under the radar allows them to bypass unnecessary conflict and ego-driven battles, focusing solely on results. Where others see a problem that requires immediate confrontation, sigmas see an opportunity for quiet innovation. They chip away at the edges, refine processes, and introduce new ideas without disrupting the core too soon. Over time, their seemingly minor adjustments snowball into transformations that redefine industries, societies, and even cultures. The brilliance of this approach is that it's nearly impossible to stop. By the time you realize the game has changed, they've already created a new one, and the world is moving forward on their terms. Number 2. Builders of self-sustaining ecosystems. Sigmas are not just focused on short-term gains or quick fixes. They are visionaries who build systems designed for sustainability and long-term success. Whether it's in business, relationships, or entire communities, their goal is to create structures that can thrive independently without requiring their constant intervention or oversight. In business, this means sigmas don't simply build companies. They build organizations with resilient foundations that can weather market fluctuations, adapt to new trends, and continue to function smoothly even when leadership changes or external pressures arise. They focus on creating processes, culture, and values that endure, ensuring the business can continue to grow and innovate without needing to be micromanaged at every step. In relationships, sigmas create bonds that are built on trust, mutual respect, and self-sufficiency. Rather than depending on constant validation or emotional support, they foster healthy, independent connections where both parties can flourish individually while also thriving together. They understand that the strongest relationships are those where both people can stand alone and yet choose to come together as equals, bringing out the best in each other without the need for constant attention or control. In communities, sigmas seek to develop environments where people can take responsibility for their own growth and contribute to the collective good. They understand that true community is one where individuals feel empowered to take action, make decisions, and drive progress without relying on a central figure to direct every move. By building systems of collaboration, communication, and shared responsibility, Sigmas create thriving communities that remain resilient even in the face of challenges. Through their ability to create self-sustaining ecosystems, Sigmas leave a lasting legacy. They don't just build for today, they build for tomorrow, ensuring that whatever they create has the capacity to evolve, adapt, and endure. Number 3, catalysts of the unthinkable. Sigmas thrive in the realm of the unthinkable. Where others see insurmountable challenges or dismiss ideas as impossible, Sigmas see opportunities waiting to be unlocked. Their ability to look beyond the surface, question accepted norms, and envision entirely new possibilities sets them apart as true catalysts for change. What makes Sigmas exceptional is not just their visionary thinking, but their willingness to act on it. They don't get stuck in analysis paralysis or shy away from unconventional methods. Instead, they dive headfirst into the unknown, leveraging their resourcefulness, adaptability, and relentless curiosity to tackle problems that others avoid. Their solutions often defy logic at first glance, but later prove to be revolutionary. Sigmas excel because they embrace risk without being reckless. They understand that groundbreaking progress often involves stepping outside of comfort zones and challenging societal norms. They don't waste time seeking validation for their ideas, which allows them to move faster and more decisively. While the majority debate feasibility, Sigmas are already executing their vision, testing boundaries, and refining their approach. This mindset allows them to transform the improbable into the inevitable. Whether it's introducing a disruptive technology, building a movement from scratch, or solving a deeply entrenched problem, Sigmas refuse to be constrained by how things have always been. They are fueled by the belief that if the path doesn't exist, it can be created, even if they have to carve it out with their own hands. In doing so, Sigmas become catalysts for progress. Their impact often starts small, a spark barely noticed by the world. But that spark grows into a fire that reshapes industries, societies, or cultures. They don't just imagine a better future, they make it happen even when the rest of the world says it can't be done. Number 4, anarchists of conventional wisdom. Sigmas are not reckless anarchists looking to tear down the world for attention or chaos. They are calculated disruptors with a purpose. They view conventional wisdom as a double-edged sword, necessary for order but often limiting innovation. To them, the rules that govern society, business, and relationships are not sacred. They are merely constructs that served a purpose at one time but may now be outdated. Instead of blindly accepting these norms, Sigmas challenge their validity, dismantling what no longer works and replacing it with something far more effective. Their rebellion is rooted in thoughtfulness, not defiance. They don't reject tradition simply because it exists. They scrutinize it to uncover inefficiencies, blind spots, and areas where change is overdue. When they identify these gaps, they act with precision. Sigmas are not interested in destruction for its own sake. They focus on creating something better in the aftermath. Their strength lies in their ability to see the flaws in the status quo and reimagine a more streamlined, adaptive, and innovative alternative. What sets Sigmas apart is their methodical approach. They don't create chaos by loudly announcing their intentions or waging public battles. Instead, they quietly work beneath the surface, reshaping systems piece by piece until their new framework becomes undeniable. By the time others realize what has happened, the old rules have already been replaced. Sigmas operate with the conviction that no rule is too big or too ingrained to be questioned. They refuse to accept because it's always been this way as a valid reason for anything. This mindset allows them to lead breakthroughs in industries, movements, and cultural shifts. Their goal isn't just to question conventional wisdom, it's to rewrite it, ensuring progress and innovation become the new norms. Number 5. Silent architects of influence. Sigmas are masters of subtlety, shaping the world not with loud declarations but through quiet, deliberate actions. They don't crave recognition or the validation of others. which gives them the freedom to focus entirely on their goals. While others clamor for attention and compete for the spotlight, Sigmas work behind the scenes, crafting strategies and making moves that ripple across industries, movements, and cultures. Their influence is profound, yet often unnoticed at first. Sigmas operate like a hidden force, nudging events in certain directions and introducing ideas that others eventually adopt as their own. They understand that the most effective changes aren't those that announce themselves loudly, but those that integrate seamlessly into the world. By the time their work comes to fruition, it's so deeply embedded that it feels like it was always meant to be. What makes their approach so powerful is its disarming nature. Without the need for attention or applause, Sigmas avoid the resistance and scrutiny often directed at more overt leaders. This allows them to act with precision, free from the distractions of ego or external pressure. They're not competing with anyone. They're too focused on the bigger picture. The brilliance of Sigmas lies in their ability to influence without overt control. Their ideas, systems, and innovations take root because they're built on substance rather than flash. Whether it's pioneering a quiet revolution in technology, fostering a cultural shift, or guiding a movement from the shadows, Sigmas leave an indelible mark without the world ever seeing their fingerprints. This silent, almost invisible style of leadership is not just effective, it's transformative. By avoiding the spotlight, Sigmas ensure that their impact isn't about them, it's about the change itself. And in doing so, they quietly but undeniably change the game. Number 6. Disruptive without destruction. Sigmas are disruptors, but they are not driven by chaos, ego, or the need to destroy for the sake of rebellion. Their approach is surgical, not destructive. While others may attack systems with brute force or tear them down impulsively, Sigmas focus on careful deconstruction. They take the time to analyze the flaws, inefficiencies, and outdated elements of a system before dismantling it in a way that minimizes unnecessary collateral damage. What sets Sigmas apart is their clear sense of purpose. They don't disrupt because they're angry or seeking attention. They disrupt because they see an opportunity to build something better. Their motivation isn't to leave behind rubble. It's to lay a new foundation that's stronger, more adaptable, and future-proof. This precision makes their disruptions not only effective, but also sustainable. Sigmas understand that reckless destruction often leads to chaos and instability. Instead of bulldozing their way through obstacles, they carefully remove what doesn't work while preserving what does. Their methodical approach allows them to replace broken systems with innovative frameworks that serve a greater purpose and stand the test of time. It's not about obliterating the old, it's about evolving it into something far superior. By approaching disruption with logic and vision, Sigmas sidestep the pitfalls of ego-driven leadership. They don't need to prove their dominance or leave a visible trail of destruction to make an impact. Instead, their work speaks for itself, transforming industries, organizations, and communities from within. This thoughtful, purposeful approach to disruption ensures that the change they bring is not only impactful, but also lasting. For Sigmas, success is measured by the strength and sustainability of what they build, not by the spectacle of what they destroy. Number 7. The unseen connectors. Sigmas are the ultimate unseen connectors, seamlessly moving between solitude and collaboration in a way that feels almost paradoxical. They are equally comfortable working alone in deep focus as they are fostering connections between groups that might never otherwise interact. This unique ability stems from their independence combined with a profound understanding of human dynamics. Sigmas don't fit neatly into predefined roles or social hierarchies, which makes them approachable to all types of people. They can navigate the rigid structures of traditional organizations while still connecting with outsiders who operate on the fringes. This duality allows them to act as bridges, bringing together diverse perspectives, skills, and resources in a way that fosters innovation and mutual understanding. Unlike typical networkers who seek visibility or influence, Sigmas connect people and ideas for the sake of progress, not personal gain. They are driven by a desire to solve problems and create value, not to build a reputation. This selfless approach makes them trusted intermediaries, capable of facilitating collaboration between groups with conflicting interests or goals. Their strength lies in their ability to see potential where others see barriers. They understand that the most groundbreaking ideas and solutions often come from the intersection of opposing worlds. By fostering these unlikely alliances, Sigmas unlock synergies that wouldn't exist without their quiet intervention. Yet their role often goes unnoticed. They don't seek credit or recognition for their efforts, allowing the focus to remain on the outcomes rather than themselves. The connections they create are enduring because they are built on authenticity, respect, and a shared vision. In a world divided by silos and echo chambers, Sigmas quietly weave networks that drive collaboration and progress. Their impact is subtle but profound, creating opportunities where none existed and ensuring that innovation thrives in even the most unlikely places. Number 8. Anti-charismatic yet magnetic. Sigmas defy conventional ideas of charisma. They don't charm their way into people's lives with flamboyance, dazzling smiles, or calculated social tactics. Instead, they possess a quiet, detached confidence that radiates authenticity and self-reliance. This unique combination of traits makes them magnetic in a way that is both subtle and compelling. Their power lies in their refusal to seek attention or approval. Unlike traditional charismatic figures who thrive on validation, Sigmas are entirely comfortable standing alone. This independence creates an aura of mystery that draws others in. People are naturally intrigued by someone who doesn't need the spotlight yet, commands respect through their actions, words, and presence. Sigmas aren't the loudest voices in the room, but when they speak, people listen. Their words carry weight because they are rooted in thoughtfulness and conviction. They don't waste time on superficial charm or insincere flattery, which makes their interactions feel genuine and refreshing. In a world saturated with performative personalities, their authenticity becomes a rare and valued quality. What makes them even more magnetic is their unpredictability. Sigmas are not bound by social norms or expectations, which keeps people guessing. Their detachment isn't coldness, it's a reflection of their deep self-assurance. They don't play games or seek to dominate others, but their quiet strength naturally shifts the dynamics around them. This anti-charismatic charisma is a paradox. Sigmas reject the traditional tools of influence, yet their confidence, independence, and refusal to conform make them stand out effortlessly. People are drawn to their mystery, respect their authenticity, and admire their ability to lead without ever needing to command. In their quiet, understated way, Sigmas become the kind of leaders who don't seek followers, but who inevitably attract them anyway. Number 9. Guardians of the gray areas. Sigmas have an innate ability to thrive in the gray areas of life, where most people see only black and white. While others are quick to categorize situations, people, or ideas into clear, simplistic definitions, Sigmas understand that the truth is often far more complicated and multifaceted. They excel in environments that are nuanced, where answers aren't immediately obvious and where ambiguity is the norm. What makes Sigmas so effective in these gray areas is their open-mindedness. They don't force issues into predefined boxes, but instead examine all sides of a problem. They consider various perspectives, factors, and potential outcomes before making decisions. This ability to embrace complexity allows them to craft solutions that are thoughtful, balanced, and far more effective than one-size-fits-all approaches. In a world obsessed with simplicity and quick fixes, Sigmas take the time to analyze the deeper layers of a problem. They know that the easy answers are often the wrong ones. By engaging with complexity, rather than shying away from it, they find creative solutions that others may overlook or dismiss as too complicated. They understand that real change rarely comes from simple decisions, and that the most profound insights often lie in the gray areas, those spaces between extremes. Sigmas are also exceptional at navigating conflict because they don't view issues as black or white. They recognize that everyone has their own truths and motivations, which gives them the empathy to mediate disagreements and offer solutions that satisfy multiple stakeholders. In a world that often demands polarized viewpoints, Sigmas bring a much-needed balance. Their ability to live and lead in these gray spaces makes them invaluable. They don't just solve problems, they offer deeper, more comprehensive solutions that consider the complexity of human nature and the intricacies of any given situation. Number 10. Rejectors of the alpha trap. Sigmas understand that the so-called alpha trap is nothing more than a self-imposed limitation. Society often celebrates the dominant, the loud, and the confrontational, those who seek power through overt competition. Sigmas, however, reject this game entirely. They sidestep the need for dominance and control, choosing instead to focus on substance, strategy, and long-term growth. They don't waste energy battling for the top spot, because their aim isn't to be at the center of attention, but to create meaningful, lasting change that transcends ego-driven power struggles. Rather than vying for validation or seeking to win through force, Sigmas leverage their independence and self-reliance to create influence without confrontation. They understand that true leadership comes not from exerting dominance over others, but from cultivating respect through competence, integrity, and vision. By avoiding the competitive traps of traditional hierarchies, Sigmas build systems that don't depend on anyone asserting superiority, but rather on cooperation, innovation, and mutual respect. This disinterest in the alpha mentality is liberating. Sigmas don't find themselves bogged down by the internal politics or constant one-upmanship that dominate more conventional structures. They're free to pursue what truly matters, making an impact that is measured by progress, not by who's at the top of the ladder. Moreover, Sigmas recognize that the relentless pursuit of dominance is often a distraction from the real work at hand. While others are locked in the struggle for power, Sigmas are quietly executing their vision, creating systems and building legacies that far outlast any fleeting power grab. They invest in personal growth and in initiatives that outlive their own involvement, ensuring that their influence doesn't end when they leave the room. In the end, Sigmas know that true success isn't about asserting power. It's about creating something that can stand on its own, long after the fight for dominance has faded away. In a world that prizes loud declarations, dominance, and instant gratification, Sigmas stand apart as quiet revolutionaries, reshaping the future without the need for recognition or applause. They are the unseen architects, the masterful strategists, and the unassuming disruptors whose influence doesn't seek the spotlight but rather thrives in the shadows. Whether they're deconstructing outdated systems, building self-sustaining ecosystems, or quietly pioneering change in the digital realm, Sigmas prove that true power doesn't need to announce itself. It simply is, effortless, inevitable, and enduring. What makes Sigmas exceptional is their commitment to impact over ego, to innovation over tradition, and to depth over surface-level success. They don't follow the beaten path, they carve new ones, even when the journey requires quiet persistence, humility, and the willingness to step outside the norms. They see the world's flaws not as obstacles but as opportunities for growth, and they approach problems not as challenges but as puzzles to be solved. Sigmas change the world not by playing by the old rules but by rewriting them, through vision, resilience, and a deep understanding of what truly matters. They are not defined by the applause of the crowd or the accolades of success. They are defined by the lasting legacies they leave behind. And while they may never crave the spotlight, it is in their shadow that true transformation takes place. The future is theirs to shape, quietly, confidently, and with unstoppable force. If you found yourself captivated by the quiet power of Sigmas and their ability to reshape the world in subtle yet profound ways, then you're in the right place. This is just the beginning of understanding how these extraordinary individuals are changing the game without ever needing the spotlight. If you want more insights, deep dives, and fresh perspectives on how to thrive in today's world and beyond, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join us on this journey of exploration and transformation, where we break the norms, challenge the status quo, and uncover the secrets to true success. Your next level of growth starts right here. So go ahead, subscribe now and be part of something exceptional.